Hey there, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am thrilled that you're here. If you are thrilled that you're here and you could subscribe, that would be amazing. And when you're ready to take your practice to a little bit deeper, I'd love to invite you into my online studio called Balanced. Below the video, you can find the link to join for free. For 5 days, I'll give you a whole tour around the studio and we can get a little deeper into our power yoga practice. So for now, have a great class. Hi there, welcome back to your mat. This class is a shorter version of the deep stretch class, and I think these classes are really important if you are somebody who is practicing a lot, right? These power classes are powerful, and not that you're not stretching, obviously the whole class is stretching, but it's important to be maybe a little more gentle and to have access to that practice on your mat so that you can have access to it inside yourself, which I know sounds corny, but us super powerful power people, we really do need that practice of softening, of being a little more gentle, and of enjoying that part, which I think is the hard part, right? Okay, so let's give it a whirl. It's gonna be a shorter one. I want you to let your arms come by your side, feet hips width distance, you're standing up, your eyes are closed, and I think this is the position that I don't think I chose this position to start in because I wanted you to realize how strong it is to allow yourself to be softer and to give yourself those breaks and to give yourself breathing room. Takes standing firm in your own 2 feet, okay? Because we have guilt from outside, we have all sorts of outside things that affect us and that sway us. And so this is you standing here right now, taking a couple big, deep, full breaths, granting yourself full permission to be here, doing this exact practice, knowing that it's exactly what you need. Feel that confidence within yourself. The more you act on what you know you need, the stronger you become. It doesn't matter if that action is rest. Take one more full deep breath. And let it go. Good. Take a big inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Right hand hooks left wrist. Upper body, bend it to the right. Hips way to the left. Keep the chin and chest up. Soften the breath a little bit. Let it be just by the nose. And keep your neck long. I don't want your head to rest on your bottom arm. I want your neck a full extension of the curve of the spine. Change. Come back up to the center. Flip the grip on the hands. Lengthen the spine. And then upper body sways to the left as you sway the hips to the right. Same form. The shoulders should be in one line, right? Your bottom shoulder is not back or forward. Chin is up. Breath is easy. Neck is long. 3, 2, and back to the top. Good. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the 10 fingers. Inhale, open up the chest. Stay here for a beat. And then bend the knees and forward fold. And as you come down, I want you to separate the palms and let your arms really hang heavy. Even if you can keep your palms together, just separate them for me for now. Keep a bend in the knees. Let everything heavy down, like your head be heavy. Imagine holding a heavy coconut in your hands and letting that open the shoulders a little bit. And then release the hands down to the mat. Perfect. Walk your hands slightly forward. Think of like a mini dog. And then lean back into your heels. And you may feel like you're not even going anywhere, okay? That's all right. And you keep a bend in the knee. You can also straighten the legs if that's available to you. But imagine the balls of your feet peeling off the ground. For 3. For 2. And then on 1, rock the weight back into the front of the feet and step to Malasana. So step on the outside of both hands and sit down low, but don't take your hands off the mat. I want your hands on the mat and I want you to sway and move side to side, lifting up one heel at a time as you do, maybe lifting up the ball of the feet as you do, switching sides. And just, being forward, I always say like kind of like a little gremlin here. Let your spine be round, let your shoulders fold forward, let everything just kind of hang loose. One more round. Awesome. And then come to the center, lift the hips, straighten out your feet and bring them in again, hips with distance. Bend the knees and come up one little baby notch at a time till you get all the way up to the top. And then let's do that same thing again. Sweep the arms out and up. Take the right hand to the left wrist and bend the upper body to the right as you push the hips to the left. Just checking in with the alignment, shoulders aligned, hips aligned, neck long. Press into the left heel a little bit more for 3, 2, change on 1. Awesome. Separate the, change the hands. Inhale, lengthen. Upper body to the left and hips to the right. Same form, even though it may feel different. Check in with the breath, nice and easy. 3, 2, back up to the center. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open up that chest. Again, pause here for a sec. And then bend the knees and forward fold. This time, if it's available, I'd love if you kept the palms together. It might not be available, and that's completely fine. But if it is, do it. Breathe. Good. Release your hands down to the mat. Walk the hands slightly forward. You're on your fingertips. Kind of tent your hands and lean back into those heels. You're going to find you can go probably a lot deeper. It's amazing, this little stretch, the second set. Just gives you so much access. And if you don't have that, that's also okay. Good. Let's take that Malasana. So step one foot to either side of each hand. Sit down low in your little gremlin shape. And this time you're going to do exactly the same thing, but without the hands on the mat. So bringing the hands to prayer, but really loose about it. Your spine is still kind of rounded. Just practice shifting back and forth, lifting one heel up at a time until you feel yourself opening up just little by little, piece by piece. Good. And now I am going to ask you to settle to the middle. Hands in prayer. Push through your heels. Activate your core and stand all the way up. Yes, reach your arms up, heel toe your feet all the way together, toes and heels touch. Give me a pistol grip with your hands. Lengthen your spine and do full half moon. Bend your upper body to the right, push your hips to the left, and take this posture a little bit more deeper than you normally would because it's not your first set, right? It's your third set. So your body is open, ready, and willing for 3. Find the edge for 2. And on 1, come back to the center. Inhale, lengthen. Take it right over to the other side. Focusing all your attention and energy on that deep stretch happening on the right side of the body, from the fingertips to the toes. For 3, finding the edge and finessing it. For 2, and on 1, you're back to the center prayer, the hands to the heart center, and open your feet hips width distance. Squeeze your tush, keep the weight in the heels, push the hips forward, lift the chest, take a back bend. Take a back bend with the idea of having a deep stretch through the front of your body. And notice the difference. When you focus on the front of the body, you lift the chest, you create more space. 3, 2, and 1. Back to the center, belly in. Forward fold if you can with a long spine and straight legs, and if not, bend the knees. Put your hands on the mat, give me a little shimmy, a little shake, a little cha-cha-cha. And then hook your big toes, middle and index fingers. Take an inhale, lengthen. And exhale, nice deep forward fold. Belly to thighs, chest to knees, crown of the head reaching towards the tops of the feet or right between the feet. Hold there for 3. Hold for 2. And then on 1, slowly release it. Awesome. Take Malasana. Heel toe the feet out, heels in, toes out. Sit down low. Right away, prayer the hands. Bring them to the heart center. Push the knees out with the elbows as you pull the knees in and create enough traction that you're lifting. So you're not heavying down. You are proud and tall. The chest is up. The crown of the head is reaching up. For 3. For 2. On one, hands to the mat, hips to the sky. Very good. Step back into plank position. And right away, lower the knees to the mat, melt the hips, bend the elbows into a really soft cobra, just passing through, lowering the forehead all the way down to the mat. Okay, we're gonna take a soft cobra with a little twist. So you're gonna come up into cobra, and like you wanna look over your right shoulder. Twist a little bit and hold it there. Look over the right shoulder, breathe here, and then slowly lower down nice and easy. Now come up and look to the left. Coming up, finding the little twist, holding for 3, 2, and then 1, slowly bringing it down, coming right up through the center again, lifting maybe a little bit more, pushing maybe a little bit with the hands, opening the front of the body for 3, for 2, and coming right to Sphinx pose. So just slide the hands forward and rest your body weight on your forearms. Now check that your elbows are underneath your shoulders, your hands are about hip-shoulder width distance, and then pull the mat towards you as you press the chest forward, like you wanted to move your chest through your arms. For 3. For 2. On 1, move the elbows out of the way, put the forehead down to the mat, tuck the toes and push back up into plank, and then take it into your first down dog. And pedal out the feet a little bit here. Maybe wiggle the hips. Same idea that you had in Malasana, we were kind of moving like a gremlin. This first one, just do the same thing. Just move and groove, stretching things around. Good. And then just slowly start to settle down. Don't worry if the heels are not touching the floor yet. And I'm just going to say this, just because you can, maybe you shouldn't today, right? Maybe give yourself a little wiggle room, let the heels be a little off the ground. Good. From here, right leg lifts, bend the knee, and open the hip. Take a peek under your left armpit. Maybe you can see the foot. Hang out there for 3. For 2. Straighten the right leg as you level the hips. And draw the right knee towards the nose, stepping the right foot forward between the hands. Drop the back knee. Keep the left heel down, left hand down, reach the right hand up, and take a simple twist in this low lunge. So the hips are low, but we want to reach up like we want to touch the ceiling. Good. Now bring the top hand inside the right foot and lift the left arm to the sky. And you want to kind of use your shoulder against your knee, and that'll help you find a little bit of a deeper twist. See if you can drop the hips a little bit. 3, 2, bring the left hand down and go for the full low lunge. Frame the front foot, set the hips down lower, and stretch the arms up. And now here we get this awesome opportunity to stretch through this whole left quad, the hip flexor. I like to keep my back toes tucked and get that stretch into my foot as well. For 3, 2, sit back into a half split. 1 fluid movement. Sit the hips back as you bring the hands down to the mat. I like to keep my fingertips just kind of right under my shoulders. Sit the hips back, flex the front foot. Take this to a wide pyramid. So shift into the front leg, lift the back leg and straighten the front leg. But again, it's wide. So don't shorten the stance on the feet. I don't want you to think in terms of pyramid pose. I just want you to think in terms of space. Invite some space into the legs. Good. Pivot everything towards the left. Let the toes rotate towards the left. Line up the heels. And then just forward fold. Maybe bring the forearms down to the ground. Maybe you're high up on your fingertips. That's okay. Try to work a little bit with the heaviness of the body. Just kind of let it heavy you down. Keep the weight towards the balls of your feet. Great. We're going to take a nice easy Skandasana. So you're going to come onto the hands, lengthen the spine, and then sit really deep into the left leg. So bend the left knee, let the heel come off the floor, flex the right foot, and just stay nice and low here with me. Breathe, stretching out through that right leg, keeping the chest nice and high. Take it to the other side. Good. Breathe. And then we're just going to pivot forward and end it. So just pivot everything forward, step back to plank pose, drop both knees down to the mat, melt into soft cobra, bending the elbows a whole lot, and then slowly lowering the forehead down to the mat, finding that little cobra with a twist. Coming up, looking over the right shoulder, take a pause, and bring it down. Come up, looking over the left shoulder, take a pause, and bring it down. Come up into plank position, and then push back to down dog. Breathe easy. Good, set yourself up. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip. Hang out there for a sec. Again, look underneath your right armpit. Can you see the foot? Breathe here. Straighten out the left leg, level off the hips, and then slowly draw the knee to the nose as you step the left foot between your hands. Lower the back knee to the ground, and then left arm reaches up. Right hand stays down, left arm reaches up. Again, you know where you're going now, so you're gradually working on sinking the hips, but lifting, finding space through the collarbone, right? Like all this extra space. Yes. Now left hand comes inside the left foot, and right arm reaches to the sky. And again, use that little shoulder to knee, knee to shoulder, to find a little bit of a twist, or a little bit more of an intensity to the twist. Bring the right hand down, set yourself up for that full low lunge. Sweep the arms forward and up. Again, take the opportunity to really get into that beautiful stretch that happens through the front of the right leg, through the hip flexor. And then one move into half split. Sit it back as the hands come down. And don't stress out if it didn't happen as gracefully as you wanted it to. That's okay. Flex through the left foot. Kind of like you're bowing down. I always think of this as a nice humbling posture, just kind of bowing down. Wide-legged pyramid pose. Shift into the front leg, lift the back leg. And then just, again, you're taking an opportunity for space. You're not thinking about form. This is not pyramid. You're just inviting in some room. Awesome. Pivot everything to the right. As you pivot, just make sure the heels are lined up. Pigeon toe the feet a little. And then this time, hook the big toes, middle and index fingers. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, forward fold. Coming a little bit deeper than we did on the first set. And you know, you don't have to get the forehead all the way to the ground. If that's something that's easy for you, that's fine. But if not, just think about, again, inviting space through the whole back side of the body, the backs of the legs, from the tailbone to the crown of the head, there's space. That includes your neck, right? So shoulders away from the ears, beautiful long neck. And then release it, hands to the mat, lengthen the spine. Skandasana, so bend the right knee and sit low. Now, if you can, bring the hands up to the heart center and find a little bit of a deeper stretch, or maybe more of a balancing act. Yeah. Can you take it to the other side without the hands? Lift up and over, head over towards the left. Breathe. And then we end it there. Pivot forward, find plank. This time full vinyasa. Inhale here, exhale either to your belly or halfway. Up dog cobra, and exhale down dog. Deep breath in, and deep breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts, bend the knee, and open up that hip. Take a peek under that left shoulder, left armpit. Now, if you're able to see the foot, and you know that Wild Thing is in your practice, I want you to flip your dog, but I want you to do it really gently and really, like you were moving in slow motion. And then open yourself up and find a beautiful stretch there. And if not, just keep the knee bent and keep the hip open. We're going to slowly work our way back to the low lunge. So slowly flipping the dog, extending the right leg high, stepping the right foot forward, dropping the back knee. Left hand down, right hand to the sky, simple twist, opening it up. Feel the hips a little lower than they were on the first set. Bring the right hand inside the right foot, left hand to the sky, finding that twist. For 3, For 2. Bring the left hand down, frame the front foot. Set up for that low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. This time, take the hands behind your back, interlace all 10 fingers. Inhale, open up the chest as you sink the hips a little bit lower. And then I want you to hinge forward about 45 degrees. We're gonna come to humble warrior. Lift the back knee, pivot the back heel down as you bring the right shoulder inside the right knee. Let the crown of the head be towards the mat. So feel like your head's real heavy. Even give it a little shake if you feel really tense. Yes. Slowly release both hands to the mat, straighten the front leg and rotate the right toes forward. So you're facing forward or to the side, but everything's facing the same way. Take your left hand and put it right in line with your left toes. Right hand to the right ankle. Pull gently as you look underneath your left armpit, twisting, and then bend your right knee and deepen it a little bit. For 3, for 2, and then slowly release it. Go to the other side. Line up the right hand with the right foot, left hand, right ankle. It's a gentle pull. Again, you're pulling with kindness. You're not, damn it, go further. Nice and easy. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to end it here. Crawl everything towards the front of the mat. Step back into plank pose. Lower down, either chaturanga or to the belly. Inhale through up dog cobra. And exhale, down dog. Good. Getting ready for that left side nice and strong. Left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hip. Whatever you did on one side, you're going to do on this side. So if you're going to flip your dog, go ahead and flip it and open yourself up, feeling that beautiful stretch. And then pause here. Really push down through the bottom hand for 3, 2. We're coming forward. So slowly flipping it back, lifting the left leg high, and then stepping it forward for that low lunge. So dropping the back knee, left hand to the sky, right hand stays down. Left hand inside left foot, right arm to the sky, open up. Right hand comes down, setting up for that full low lunge. Drop the hips, raise the arms up, and then find the bind. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open. Take a pause. And then we're coming slow into humble warrior. So hinging forward about 45 degrees, lift the back knee, swivel the back foot down, and then bring left shoulder inside left knee. And please make sure your back heel is on the floor. Good. For 3. For 2. Release the hands to the mat, straighten that front leg, rotate the toes forward, check that the heels are lined up. Pigeon toe the feet, and then going a little bit deeper. Can we hook the heels from underneath? Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. The deepest expression of that separate leg stretch. Keep the weight towards the balls of your feet. Hold here for 3. For 2. And on 1, release, and we end it there. Crawl everything forward, step back into plank pose, roll through the vinyasa. Meet me in down dog. Take a beat here. In and out by the nose, slow and easy. Hinge forward into plank position. Once you get to plank, lower yourself down to the belly, nice and easy. Come back into that Sphinx pose that we visited in the beginning of class. And then once you have yourself set up in that Sphinx with the chest nice and proud, bend the right knee, reach the right hand back, hook the outside of the right foot. And I want you to kick the foot into the hand and open the whole chest. So again, thinking in terms of like lots of space through the collarbone, across the whole front of the chest. And you're using the kick of the leg to help you. The hand is just kind of hooked on, and that helps you just go for the ride. Slowly release it. We're going to go right to the other side, so just bend the left knee, hook the foot, and then again you're kicking. So your knee doesn't come off the mat, right? You're going to feel that happen just naturally. You're just kicking straight back into the hand, and that whole chest gets this beautiful stretch. Good. Now you're going to release the leg, and you're going to tee your left arm straight out to the left. So your hand is in line with your shoulder. Your right fingertips, just tent them. Roll onto your shoulder gently. Put your right foot behind you if you need a little extra support. And hold here. I used to really despise this posture. So if you're feeling that, please know you're not alone. I have grown to love it. Good. Slowly release, and you're going to go right over to the other side. So just simply tee the right arm out to the right, tent the left fingertips, and start to roll onto the right shoulder. And again, that left leg can kind of lift and give you some extra support. The important thing here is to really relax and breathe. Especially if you have a lot of tension through the shoulder, or if this feels really uncomfortable. Really soften through the breath. For 3, 2, and then slowly, slowly, slowly release it. You're going to come through the center and sit back into child's pose. I want you to open the legs wide enough that your whole torso fits right through the legs. Bring the forehead to the ground and bring your arms by your side and just let your shoulders heavy down. Beautiful. We're going to slowly make our way onto our backs. So simply come forward onto all fours and then just walk the knees forward between the hands and sit back. Cross the shins, lay down nice and easy. Get everything nice and long for me, long legs, long arms. And then draw the right knee into the chest. Interlace the 10 fingers and pull the knee out and down towards the right shoulder. Give me a really long back of the neck. And check that your left shoulder is on the mat. Left leg is nice and long. And then slowly release it. Let the right leg go long, let the left leg lift. Interlace the 10 fingers, same grip, same placement. Pull the left knee towards the left shoulder. Check that your right shoulder's not rolling up. You're staying nice and like the 4 corners of your torso are on the mat. Pull down a little extra hard, reminding yourself it's not a passive stretch. For 3, for 2, and on 1, slowly release it. Let the left leg go long. Bring both knees in. Give yourself a big, gigantic, beautiful hug. Get the back of the neck nice and long on the floor. Feet touching side by side. Hold it. And release it. Drop the feet to the mat. Take a nice long spine for me. Let all the blood recirculate through the body. Good. And then bend the left knee and then put the right ankle, cross it right over the left knee, flex the right foot. Draw the left knee into the chest and either hook on top of the shin, just like we just did, or hook behind the hamstring. So feel where the flexibility feels like the right place for you to be and take it from there. But same thing applies. I do want you to keep, think 4 corners of my torso down, back of my neck is nice and long. You can keep your right foot flexed and just gently draw the left knee towards you. Feeling a pretty intense stretch to the right side. And think of this as kind of a reverse pigeon, right? You're making the same shape with the right leg. It's a hell of a lot easier to feel what it would feel like to have that shin parallel to the front of the mat in pigeon, because this is what it would be like. This is the same shape. For 3. For 2, and we're going to take this to a twist. So just simply release the hands, let the left foot come down to the ground, cross the right leg completely over the left, and then draw the knees back into the chest and drop both knees to the left. Good. You can tee the arms out nice and wide. You can cactus the arms, but The key to this one is really using the weight of your legs, using gravity to help you. So let the feet be heavy, let your knees be extra heavy, let your hips be heavy. Feel like everything's just being weighted down, and that'll help you get into feeling that it's not so intense to the lower back, but you end up accessing a little bit more mid and upper back as well. If you can, let your head roll all the way looking towards the right for another 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back to the center, and I want you to release everything long into Savasana. Just let everything reset. Get the spine where you need it to be. And then go ahead and tackle the other side. Bend the right knee, left ankle over right knee. And then when you're ready, go ahead and pull it in. Try if you can to find the same grip that you did on the other side. Flex through the left foot. You may find that one side feels crazy intense, the other one a little bit less. Maybe they both feel intense. Maybe they both feel great. Whatever it is, in these stretches where it does tend to be intense, we get a really good glimpse into our negativity. Excuse me. That's not going to go away. And so it's not about stopping it. It's about learning not to react to it. You know, we're hardwired to go to the negative, to look out for it. It was a survival method, and it worked really well. Now it doesn't serve us so well. But instead of trying to force it or get rid of it, just simply practice not reacting to it. Okay, let's go for the twist. So release, cross the left leg over the right completely, and then draw the knees into the chest and drop both knees over towards the right. And then take that nice, beautiful twist. Same process. I always find that I have to work through the whole thing again, reminding myself to relax my feet. Let my knees be real heavy. Let my hips be heavy. Feel my left shoulder coming down. My head rolling like a little bowling ball to the left. And then slowly release it, coming back towards the center. Savasana. Let the arms and legs go long. Palms up, eyes closed. Move your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. Create a little pillow for the heart. And remember why you're here. It's to take a little bit of time to really lean into the softer side. To know that taking it slower has a lot of value. And so pull that into your Savasana today. Let it be maybe a little longer, a little more luxurious. Thank you for your time and your energy and your dedication to yourself. Namaste.